Right now it's 6. County officials provide updates on the Winona cyber attack, why it may have been targeted. Plus, community concerned that a local school is running low on food and milk. The superintendent's response coming up.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. Well, a threatening call leading to a police response at multiple area schools. Police say Luther High School received a threatening phone call around 9:30 a.m., prompting Luther, Onalaska, and Holman School District buildings to conduct a secure action, locking all doors while classes continued. Luther High School students were dismissed at noon. Police say the threat originated from out of state, and they are working with the FBI to identify a suspect. One person is dead after falling from the 3rd floor of a local assisted living facility. The fall happening Thursday at Bridge Path Assisted Living at Morrow Home Community in Sparta. First responders were unable to save the victim. No foul play is suspected, but it remains under investigation. The victim's name has not yet been released. Winona County is still feeling the effects of a major cyber attack. Governor Tim Walz deploying the National Guard on Tuesday. Today, officials say the main network is still down. It's affecting the DMV and vital statistics services. But police, fire, and dispatch services are all operational. IT experts with the Guard and the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension are still on site.
County operations remain open and staffed. Our employees are here doing their jobs and continuing to serve the public. That said, some services are slower than normal and processes are being done manually while systems are restored.
County officials would not say if any residents' personal information was compromised in the attack, citing the ongoing investigation. The La Crosse School District is responding to a flurry of comments about school lunches. News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us in the newsroom to explain. Grace.
Parents and community members started raising concerns on social media about school lunch shortages after Logan High School ran out of milk. A concerned community member took to Facebook this week after her coworkers said Logan High School was running out of food and milk. According to the district superintendent, the school had a shortage of milk on Wednesday due to a late delivery.
We count on our deliveries, especially after a long break, to come in on time so that we can continue to maintain our services. We misjudged how much milk we had on stock, and that's on us. We take responsibility for that.
Ingalls says there isn't a shortage of food, although the school did run out of a popular meal option earlier in the year.
We do our best to predict, the sorts of meals that kids want. At the secondary level, especially high school with open campus, it can be more difficult to predict. We just didn't anticipate that need and couldn't be prepared.
Parents also raised concerns about food shortages at other schools in the district, but Ingalls says that isn't the case.
We want to ensure that every kid gets a complete meal every single day. This happened twice over the last year at one of our schools, and we're definitely putting in place things to ensure it does not happen again.
According to the district, this includes maintaining backup inventory and reinforcing service protocols. Ingalls says parents that have concerns can reach out to your school principal or the school nutrition program. In the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. Developing now out of Milwaukee, the Wisconsin Election Commission is looking into uncounted ballots from Tuesday's election. An unusually high number of absentee ballots arrived after Election Day, 20 on Tuesday and 269 on Wednesday. The commission says most were postmarked before the April 6th deadline, and the investigation is ongoing.
We are still investigating what happened. Like I said, I can tell you is that we care that every vote counts. And as I said, this is deeply unsettling of what we're finding today.
Wisconsin law says any absentee ballots that arrive after Election Day cannot be counted. It's unclear if the uncounted ballots were from the same district. The City of La Crosse's Board of Canvassers are meeting to finalize results from Tuesday's spring election. City Clerk Nikki Elson says 2 provisional ballots were added to the vote totals after voters provided proper identification by the 4 p.m. deadline.
We're just kind of verifying accuracy so that we can consider our results official and pass those up to the county level.
Elson says there's a close school board race that could trigger a recount. Candidates would have 3 days after the county canvass is complete to request one. Epic Systems celebrating 20 years with an awards ceremony in Sparta, honoring La Crosse County businesses for their contributions and partnerships with the healthcare tech giant. Congressman Derek Van Orden and the state senator Brad Pfaff both were on hand for the celebration.
Just about anybody that goes to a regional treatment facility, to a very large hospital, is impacted directly by Epic.
We can develop homegrown companies, and that's what's so unique and neat about the Epic story.
Local businesses recognized include Multistack, Interstate Roofing and Waterproofing, and LTC Virtual Design and Construction. Well, a fabulous Friday we're having today. Warmer weather this weekend, but lots of rain, Greg.
Yeah, we have showers and thunderstorms. The good news is the weekend is not a complete washout, but we will have some activity and warmer conditions today. Pretty typical 50s degree weather out there, plenty of afternoon sunshine, sometimes a little bit of a breeze out of the north, but all in all, pretty typical what you would expect for this time. So the good news is quiet conditions tonight and basically Saturday morning. Showers and storms come back in Saturday afternoon and evening. It's not an all afternoon or evening steady rainfall. It's occasional, so there will be some dry breaks in between. Storms kind of end Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon and evening look fairly good overall, just windy and warmer. Currently, clear skies out there, still in the 50s with a light north wind or northwest wind depending on location, and really nothing to speak of this evening, just slowly going back down to 45 with calm winds. So a really nice Friday evening for early April. Similar story for La Crosse, 53 down to about 45 at 10 p.m. So later on, we'll kind of break down the rest of the weekend when we have storms and the severe weather potential we have early next week. That all coming up a bit later.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Greg. And a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading the First Warn Weather app. Well, you may have seen smoke coming from the Bluffs earlier today. It was a controlled burn conducted by the Friends of the Blufflands and Prairie Enthusiasts nonprofit groups. It targeted areas near the National Weather Service. Organizers say it's important to remove invasive plant species and reduce accumulated dead vegetation. The burns also help prevent larger, uncontrolled wildfires by reducing the buildup of combustible materials. Dynamic Life Cycle Innovations holding its first electronic recycling event of the year tomorrow. You can drop off your old electronics, kitchen appliances, or power tools for free. Now, batteries, light bulbs, or large appliances like AC units will not be accepted. The event will run from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at N5550 Dynamic Way in Onalaska. Artemis 2 roughly 1 hour away from re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. Here's a live look of the San Diego coast, where one of the most dangerous parts of the mission will take place. Now, the crew has been on a 9-day journey, looping around the far side of the moon and breaking records in the process.
It's going to generate an enormous amount of heat, 5,000 degrees across the base of their heat shield, and then there's 11 parachutes that have to come out in sequence to lower them down to splashdown velocity so they hit the ocean safely.
That time for splashdown is expected to be just after 7 p.m. in the Pacific Ocean. Still to come at 6, a California arson suspect under arrest, the new evidence in the warehouse fire case, and a huge recall affecting certain Hyundai models, the seatbelt defect that could put drivers at risk.
Save the date for Spring Market in the Valley on Saturday, April 25th. Browse items from dozens of local vendors and enjoy concessions from area food trucks while you shop. All right down Central Avenue in Coon Valley. That's Spring Market in the Valley on April 25th in Coon Valley.
Spring is here, and Asher Lassen Exteriors is celebrating with a spring open house. Join us Friday and Saturday, April 10th and 11th at our showrooms in Chippewa Falls and on Alaska. Explore Renewal by Andersen windows and doors, Gutter Helmet, Tundra seamless gutters, and Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens. Save up to 25% off on your entire purchase during this special event. Plus, enjoy no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Stop by Asher's Friday 9 to 4 or Saturday 9 to 2 and talk with our design consultants. Visit goasher.com for all the details.
The Meats family has finally gained a member. Meet Applewood Smoked Ham. Smoked is their middle name. 2 for $7 ham and Swiss melts. Arby's, we have the meats.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative belongs to you. We're owned by the members we serve. Together, we're part of something greater. A dedication to empowering our community and the people who call this place home. Because this power belongs to you. That's the cooperative advantage. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Arthritis causes pain in your joints. Unlike pills, Voltaren gel is applied to the site of pain, penetrating deep through the skin to the joint, reducing intense pain caused by inflammation so you can move more freely. Voltaren, clinically proven long-lasting arthritis pain relief.
Save the date for Spring Market in the Valley on Saturday, April 25th. Browse items from dozens of local vendors and enjoy concessions from area food trucks while you shop. All right down Central Avenue in Coon Valley. That's Spring Market in the Valley on April 25th in Coon Valley.
U.S. and Iranian officials arriving in Pakistan ahead of high-stakes talks to end the war in Iran. Iran's parliament speaker says a ceasefire in Lebanon and the release of the country's blocked assets must happen before negotiations begin. It comes as President Trump says he's preparing for a military response if diplomacy fails. The president says we'll know within 24 hours if the talks in Pakistan are successful. The California warehouse arson suspect was a no-show in court today. 29-year-old Shamal Abdul Karim was charged with multiple felony arson counts. The suspect worked at the facility. He's accused of starting a fire that destroyed the paper goods warehouse in Ontario, California this week. The blaze burned through 1.2 million square feet.
The damage as a result of the arson was over $10.1 million. That actually makes this case, if convicted of this charge, if proven beyond a reasonable doubt, would be 10 years to life.
This act of violence apparently was driven by his hostility to capitalism and corporations.
The Department of Justice releasing new images in the case today showing a man taking pictures of himself starting the fire. No one was hurt and no homes were damaged. In your consumer news, a huge recall affecting certain Hyundai models. It involves a defect that could cause seatbelt anchors to fail. 4 Hyundai models are impacted: the Ioniq 6, the Genesis G90, as well as the Santa Fe and Santa Fe Hybrid. Hyundai dealers will inspect the seatbelt anchors free of charge and replace them if necessary. Owners should receive letters in the mail about them this June. YouTube is raising prices on its premium subscription plan. The streaming giant's individual plan is increasing from $13.99 a month to $15.99. The family subscription is going up $4 to $26.99. The increase is immediate for new subscribers and hits current subscribers in June. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Definitely going to be a warmer weekend and a warmer stretch of weather all the way through about middle of next week, but that does come with storm chances, and some of those storms could be severe. We'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn weather update after the break.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at a value that makes it possible. Best-in-class products at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. So you can get everything to do your thing. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
There's never been a better time to enjoy quality Smith Brothers sofa sectionals and chairs than right now during the annual Smith Brothers sale at Drury's in Fountain. You'll save on the latest sofa styles, stunning casual sectionals, and cozy chairs and recliners, even luxurious leather designs. Smith Brothers, made in America by skilled craftsmen dedicated to putting quality first. Plus, there's even special 24-month financing on all Smith Brothers furniture. Smith Brothers furniture at the best prices of the year, now at Drury's in Fountain.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes today
a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
and my heart sank. Their lives are forever lost.
This happened so fast. That was the most difficult day of my entire ministry.
I lost my best friend.
What if we had a better treatment for cancer? What if it could find and destroy your cancer cells, but avoid your healthy ones? And what if it allowed us to watch your cancer shrink more easily and accurately than ever before? Meaning personalized treatments, fewer side effects, and more living. It's called Theranostics, and we're leading the charge, turning what-ifs into remarkable realities. UW Health Carbone Cancer Center. Remarkable.
Yeah, we definitely have a stormy, warm period pretty much all the way through next Thursday before we kind of cool back down too. So a lot of 70s in store, and overnight lows will be quite warm. A lot of 50s out there too. Now it says Wednesday, storm showers are really tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be quiet morning, but then showers and storms come in. Seasonal conditions tomorrow, that means 50-degree weather. This is about average for this time of year. Now, the good news on Sunday, although we do have to start off with showers and storms, the afternoon is shaping up to be a little bit drier. I don't see much in the way of precipitation there, but the winds will definitely pick up. That'll be the big story. Potentially, gusts well over 30 out of that southwest wind. That will allow the temperatures to probably get into the 70s. If we get a little bit more sun, we could push maybe mid to upper 70s, but it definitely is going to be a big boost in temperatures going through Sunday, and that continues. Right now, the system is out to the Intermountain West. All that's going to begin to lift north, the frontal boundary out over just basically on the other side of Colorado up to Idaho and Wyoming. That's what's going to be basically lifting north slowly over time through tomorrow, and ahead of it, that's where we get the precipitation. Eventually, that warm front will push through as we get to Saturday night overall. So tomorrow's temperatures, pretty typical to expect it, maybe a degree or two cooler for some areas west all the way to like Preston because the cloud cover comes in quite early, and then the rain will come maybe just after noon. Further east to go, it's a little bit delay in the clouds and precipitation, which means some areas could push the upper 50s, but all in all, kind of what you would expect for temperatures. Now going into Saturday night, with that warm front that'll be coming up, lifting through the area, temperatures will drop a few degrees when it starts maybe rain in the evening hour, and then by after midnight, they'll probably start rising. So these will be around midnight, 1 a.m.-ish time frame. By the time you wake up, I think a lot of these will be mid to upper 50s as that wind begins to pick up out of the south-southwest as the warm front then will be north of us. So story on Friday, a lot of 70s. Warm front should be north. Depending on cloud cover, these temperatures could vary maybe 3 to 4 degrees if we have more or less cloud cover, but still at least upper 60s to mid 70s. You'll also start feeling that dew point come up and a little bit more humidity too as we get later in Sunday. So potentially we could see dew points get upper 50s as we get in Monday. But the good news on Sunday, it's mainly dry in the afternoon along with the wind. Now if you track out the precipitation that we go on for tomorrow afternoon, it's not a steady rain, not a steady shower and thunderstorm. It's occasional activity, and most of this will begin in the afternoon. Just lines of it or showers. Once again, this will persist all the way really through Saturday evening. But I think there will be some breaks, especially if we go later in the night. And the strongest storms, I think, will actually come through really when the warm front hits us, and that'll be early Sunday morning. You'll see a little bit of shower thunderstorms, a little bit more enhancement there coming through the area. But by the time we get to about 9 to 10, most of the activity is pushed to the east. will probably be dry. There's your cold front that's going to sit up to the north and stall out for Monday. That's where the severe weather eventually will hit, maybe as we go into Monday night. Monday looks fine. It'll be warm and windy, but the storms really don't occur until nighttime. They'll continue to go on and off through Tuesday until we get that boundary south of it. You can see by Monday, it's just north of Winona, Rochester. As we get to Tuesday, there's a little bit of a question how far north they'll get. So the potential for severe storms goes all the way through about Tuesday night before we start seeing a little bit of a drier conditions. However, we do have more rain coming back in store for Friday, but note the temperatures, we really stay above average until we get to next weekend behind a stronger cold front that brings us back down probably below average in the 50s by that point. So it's a stretch of 70s and pretty much 50s overnight lows.
I like it. It's going to be rainy, but it's warmer.
It's April. You'll see this stretch too, unfortunately.
Yep. All right. Coming up next in sports, hear from the Wisconsin men's hockey team ahead of tomorrow's national championship. Plus, one Packer wide receiver is on the move. Find out who and what Green Bay is getting in return. Kate is in next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Get Grandma's home-style meatloaf with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn for $18.99, as well as mixers for $4.50. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Nobody brings you selection and style like King Furniture, your hometown destination for every room in your home. King is your La-Z-Boy headquarters with one of the largest selections of La-Z-Boy recliners anywhere in the Coulee region. Stop by and feel the difference La-Z-Boy is known for. And as always, trade in your old furniture for a discount on new. And we'll even deliver it and haul it away for free. Just try that anywhere else. For selection, service, and value you can count on, it's all here at King Furniture.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. And now that we've combined networks, T-Mobile covers more places than ever before. America's best network just got bigger. Join now and your plan price is guaranteed for 5 years. T-Mobile and US Cellular, better together.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet Spring Black Friday sale is going on now, which means it's time to shop unbeatable spring savings store-wide while supplies last. Like these special buy men's cat work boots, half price while supplies last. Up to $30 off large bags of Estate or Top Choice grass seed. And buy 3 tires, get 1 free. Rewards members save an extra $25 on Goodyear or Cooper tires. Don't miss the best prices of the season during our Spring Black Friday sale only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Get Grandma's home-style meatloaf with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn for $18.99, as well as mixers for $4.50. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
The Wisconsin Badger men's hockey team is 1 win away from being crowned national champions. Yesterday, the Badgers took down North Dakota 2-1 in the Frozen Four semifinals to advance to their first national championship game since 2010, which is also the last time the team was in the Frozen Four. They're looking for their first national title since 2006. It's been an up and down experience for the men's hockey program since they last made that Frozen Four, but this group is battle tested and they are proud to get Wisconsin back to the heights they once were at.
The amount of times we've sat on the couch late at night just talking about our goals for not only this team but for the program as well. Like it's been such a journey for us to get here, and we're really proud of what we've accomplished so far. But you know, at the end of the day, like this is where we wanted to be in the summer when we were talking about this at home, and it sure means a whole lot that we've been able to get here.
You've got to play well in our conference to win hockey games. And as I've said multiple times, if you don't, you won't get beat, you can get embarrassed. And that happened a couple times this year. And so for us, those experiences, I think, kind of sharpen the sword for when you get to this time.
Wisconsin will be going up against the University of Denver after they had a thrilling double overtime win against Michigan yesterday. The Pioneers have a rich history of men's hockey. They've won the most men's hockey national championships in NCAA history, with their most recent coming in 2024. Wisconsin will also look to become the first school to win men's and women's hockey championships since the Badgers last did it back in 2006. Puck drop set for 4:30 on ESPN. We've also got a little NFL news, as it's been reported that the Green Bay Packers are trading away Dontavian Wicks to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 2026 fifth-round draft pick and a 2027 sixth-round pick. Philly is also giving Wicks a one-year, $12.5 million extension. Wicks added great depth to the wide receiver room in Green Bay and had his moments during last year's season, but Green Bay was likely not going to get him back after he became a free agent next season. So getting a little bit of draft capital in return feels solid. Also look for Matthew Golden to play a bigger role now that Dobbs and Wicks are both gone. Tonight, the Milwaukee Brewers begin their fourth series of the season as they are set to host the Washington Nationals. Chad Patrick will take the mound for Milwaukee. First pitch set for 6:40. All of highlights of that plus more tonight at 10. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Password 1, 2, 3, 4.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is the job for sponsored jobs.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
Did you know CancerGuard helps screen for multiple cancers?
Good to know.
CancerGuard helps screen for over 50 cancers, even before symptoms appear. It's one blood test that's as simple as a haircut.
That is good to know.
CancerGuard, from the makers of Cologuard.
Find happiness. Find something familiar and new. Find connection. Find culture. Find community. Find yourself at the La Crosse Symphony.
Get your tickets now for Hollywood Treasures on April 11th, sponsored by ISG at lacrossesymphony.org.
At Menards, creating the backyard of your dreams is easy. Whoa.
We'll take it.
Hurry in to see and feel the furniture for yourself. This Cloverbrook set is a value of $999.99 after rebate. Don't wait and create your oasis today.
Save big money at Menards.
All right, forecast this Saturday is going to start off dry, but we'll have showers and maybe a few storms off and on in the afternoon and evening. It does get a little bit active early Sunday morning, but Sunday afternoon, kind of warm, windy, and then definitely Monday, Tuesday, might have some severe storms in a way, but it's still going to be warm. It's a one story.
Let's get the rain out of here so we can play spring sports, all right?
Get it out of here.